Hi folks, Greg Marchand here with the TechNet Academy. I wanted to say a few brief words about the current national promotion, the $25 cash back on the gold and platinum AGM CarQuest batteries. And not only do I want to say a few words about that, but I want to give you an idea of how to use this national promotion so that you can grow your total revenue and your gross profit and make that marketing program for your organization something that you can just plug into year after year after year, so you don't have to think too much about it, and it's really effective. So here's the current promotion from November 1st to January 31st. Your consumer can get $25 cash back on the purchase of CarQuest Gold and Platinum AGM batteries. All right, $25 prepaid Visa back to your customer if they fill out the online form. Now, few rules real quick. Limit one purchase per consumer vehicle. Offer valid from November 1st to January 31st, 2018. Offer for CarQuest Gold and Platinum Series batteries installed by you, the TechNet professional repair shop, and they get the cash back in the form of a $25 prepaid Visa gift card. For a complete list of the rules, visit technetprofessional.com and find this promotion. Small change this time in terms of this promotion. You know how you usually get some marketing materials, some posters and whatnot from your advanced driver or your advanced rep, or maybe they're shipped directly to you depending on where you are. It is not going to be automatically sent this time. So you will not automatically get posters in the mail. Now, if you want the posters, you can still attain them. In the meantime, you can get images for your website and your social media from technetprofessional.com if you follow all the links I'll give you before the end of this quick presentation for the national battery promotion. You follow those links and you'll be able to download these things. If you want the posters, we can get those to you. You just have to order them through the material order section, and we'll show you how to do that in just a second as well. The instructions for all of this are located in this real eye-strained slide that you cannot see. But just trust me, I'll give you the links in just a second, okay? Now, what I want you to do with this, like I wanted you to do with the break special we talked about a while back, is I want you to create a get ready for winter, fall-winter special. All right, many of you do this anyway, so maybe you want to try this and change yours up and see how this works, or use this to coincide with this battery promotion. But create a get ready for winter, fall-winter special. And what I like to include in that is a battery test. Well, that's probably already part of your courtesy inspection, right? If it's not, should be, think about it. A tire inspection, rotation, and alignment. Whoa. More on that in a second. An oil change? Obviously. Wiper blades. Huh, okay. And a courtesy inspection. Now, what does this do? Customers have a awareness of certain things, right? Now, we also have two things in this special that have printouts. Customers have an awareness that before winter, they should probably have the battery looked at. And the battery test equipment these days comes with a test printout. So we can print out a piece of paper from that little computer to show the customer the status of their battery. And the customer looks at that piece of paper and they go, oh wow, the computer says I need a new battery. I must need a new battery. You and I know it's not that simple, but guess what? It's third-party affirmation that I talk about in all these programs, right? That thing that printed out a piece of paper that's not a human, not trying to sell me anything, says that, and it knows more about my battery than I do, says that I need a new battery. Boom. Look, the alignment does the same thing. You can show them an alignment printout. No, most consumers have no idea what those numbers, letters, and colors on that alignment printout are. But that's not the point. They know green is good, red is bad, and we can sell an alignment. So when we do the alignment as part of the special, of course, we can show them the piece of paper, the before and the after. We also have the opportunity to get the wheels off the car and take a look at all the undercar components that are associated with the alignment. So we can possibly grow incremental revenue and gross profit there. Oil changes, of course. That's another easily recognized item that customers know they need. So they know they need a battery. They know cold weather is coming in many parts of the country, so they have an awareness. So the special will connect on that level. They know they need an alignment because alignment protects tires and makes their car go straight down the road. And for us, it can sell undercar components. So they're connected to the alignment as part of this special. So there's two things they have an awareness of. They know they're going to need an oil change. So look, even if it's December or January right now and they're due for an oil change, hey, you know what? I might as well have my battery tested, and I probably need an alignment as rough as these roads are around here. And then when do they think about wiper blades? Only when they absolutely have to have wiper blades, right? When they turn them on and, oh my goodness, I can't see anything. It amazes me the condition of some of the wiper blades out there, right? So we've got 4 touch points here that customers have a very high awareness of. Now, if you can offer this for the right price or as part of the right special, you will drive your customers to your store and you will make more money. All of these bring peace of mind to the customer, and you can save them an additional $25 should they need to purchase a battery during these 3 months of November, December, and January. It gets the wheels off the car, which helps you do a proper inspection and upsell, and then it builds that incremental revenue from those upsells. All right, so think about doing this. Now, you can also get creative with some of your marketing around this special. You can run a social media campaign. Maybe you use a countdown special. So, for instance, on Monday, you do this entire special for $49.95. What? Seriously? $49.95, Greg? Yep, $49.95. Because on Monday, we just want to get people's attention. Now, can they run right down and take advantage of it? Maybe not. But on Tuesday, it goes up incrementally to the point where by Friday, you're going to run this thing for, $199.95. So the hope is we want to get customers in Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and be able to get the wheels off the car, do the inspection, etc., and get them in at the point where the gross profit is there. It's not a price that they go, oh, I can't afford this. They're still excited about the prices, but you start to build some more gross profit. Maybe on Monday you don't make much gross profit, but maybe you sell a battery, maybe you sell tie rods, ball joints, whatever it may be once you get your eyes on the car. All right, so use the countdown special idea to create some urgency. You could also just promote a free battery inspection. Look, you have a slow day this week, put that out there on Twitter. Free battery inspection today only, and just see if you can get some bites. You should always make that battery inspection part of every courtesy inspection though. But hey, look, you know what? You get a really cold day or maybe the first really cold day of the season, throw out free battery inspection. Somebody that morning had some issues or they started to think they might have some issues. All right, so get creative with this. Pay attention to the weather. Use the weather to connect the customer with some of these components on their automobile. Don't just wait for it to happen. Don't wait for them to come in and say, hey, I need this. Go out there and tap them on the shoulder and say, hey, did your car start okay this morning? Yeah, it did this morning, but I don't know about tomorrow morning. Okay? You can promote just an alignment special or just a tire special, but use your social media to take advantage of some of these national promotions. Drive the customers in, take advantage of the weather this time of year, drive the customers in, save them $25, and look, you know what? You sell them a battery, here's what I want you to do. I want you to fill out that online rebate form. You fill it out, you take a picture of the invoice and the paper pad fill out sheet of paper you got to fill out, the rebate form I'm trying to say, and you upload those and you submit that for the customer. Think about that level of customer service. Nobody else is doing that, all right? But use these things to your advantage. Now, you're going to want more information on this. I know you will, so go to technetprofessional.com, click on Marketing Tools, click on Member Promotions from that, and once the Member Promotions calendar comes up, click on the November battery promotion. It will link you to the battery promotion page. Once you get to the battery promotion page, then you can link to the instructions to order the point of purchase materials, the posters if you want. You can download the images for your social media campaigns, and you can order the rebate forms, okay, if you don't want to use the online form. All right, folks, think about running a fall-winter special. Take advantage of this national promotion. Let your customers know you can save them some money. They're going to need some batteries. So get out there, keep up the great work, and never stop promoting. Hi folks, Greg Marchand here. Welcome to another episode of the Virtual Instructor-Led Training Program brought to you by the Service Sales Academy. In this episode, I'm going to talk to you about a service counter process aspect that I call avoiding pitfalls. The heck are pitfalls? Pitfalls are those things that happen in the course of a day that cost you time, cost you money, cause customer dissatisfaction. Those things that are a thorn in your side that take away from your ability to grow the business, have a good day, or grow your customer base. It's just those little things that are so annoying that in my experience as a consultant in shops every day, are human generated that really could be avoided. Now, I've got a list of pitfalls. Poor estimates, not collecting the money, diagnostic time. You've got a list of pitfalls. There are many other pitfalls out there, and I would love for you to let me know which ones you would like me to address. So shoot me an email if you see one that, hey, it's not on your list, Greg, but I'd really like you to spend 15 minutes talking about it. You can reach me at gmarchand@servicesalesacademy.com. So gmarchand@servicesalesacademy.com. Shoot me an email. Let me know what pitfalls you see in your shop every day that you'd like me to talk about. I'm going to talk about these three over the next 15 minutes. Poor estimates, they don't seem like a terrible thing, but they don't seem like a terrible thing to us because we're in the business. We understand, and we talk about this in class all the time, we understand that, look, this is our best guess as to the amount of time and the amount of money it's going to take us to make your car right. There's stuff that goes on. There's rusty bolts, there's broken parts, there's wrong parts, but to a customer, an estimate is a price tag. And poor estimates cause more problems than most people realize. It creates a ton of customer anxiety. If you tell me it's going to be $1,200 to fix my truck and then come to find out it's $1,600, that's a huge problem for me, the customer. For you, you might be thinking, yeah, but when I gave you the initial estimate, Greg, we didn't know you'd need calipers. I don't care. That to me is your job. I don't know what the thing needs. You tell me. You said it needed one thing. Now you're telling me it needs something else. What the heck's wrong with you? And as a customer, from a customer perspective, now I'm all grumpy. And for you, it's no big deal. It's 2 more calipers and another 20 minutes to put them on. Yeah, to me, it's a problem. And poor estimates can get between service advisors and technicians. You get grumpy with each other over that. Well, you should have looked at this. You should have looked at that. You didn't tell me that you didn't. Okay. Poor estimates are sometimes hard to catch as a manager too. Because unless you're there at the counter and you see these conversations, or a customer calls you, or you see some feedback, you don't always know what's going on. So, how do we get poor estimates? Where do they go wrong? Wrong parts, wrong part prices, right part, wrong price, wrong part, right price. Parts, broken parts, wrong parts, whatever it might be. Wrong times. Hey, I thought it was going to take me an hour. It took me 2. Did you look it up? Yeah, I looked it up. It said 1.5. I figured I could do it in an hour, so I told you now. Good Lord, Johnny. What's going on? Incomplete diagnosis. Why do we need rear wheel cylinders? You told me it needed front calipers, pads, and rotors. Well, yeah, but I put the calipers on. I got to bleed the system, and the bleed screw's broke in the rear, so we got to have them now. Why didn't you tell me this 3 hours ago? The estimate wasn't complete. In that same example, right? Not enough attention was paid to detail. Maybe it was the wrong information gathered during the initial write-up, that the technician diagnosed the wrong problem. Fixed a problem, but not the problem. There's all kinds of places. Really, in my opinion, it's about communication. It's about communication. Most missed estimates, to me, are due to poor communication. Now, this could be customer advisor communication. This could be advisor-technician communication. But either way, it's poor communication. You, the advisor, are where these things all come together. So really, you, the advisor, are the one that I hold responsible for making sure these estimates are accurate. And I don't put up with excuses. You can't just take what the technician gives you and not question it, not ask questions, not say, hey, at the very least, is there anything else we could potentially need for this? Or is this it? And they go, this is it. Okay, great. Or they go, well, we might need, hold on. What do you mean we might need? You've got to ask questions. You've got to say to the customer, is there anything else I might know? Is there anything else that you connect this to that might seem strange or unusual that I would never find? And get the customer talking about it. It's on you to make sure these estimates get right. Be sure. Be absolutely sure as an advisor that you ask those questions. Don't be afraid to say to the technician, I don't know. Hey, look, what I used to do is say, hey, look, I'm dumb, dude. Explain this to me. All right, so it seems to me, based on what you just told me, that we should maybe mention this too? Is that fair? Ask the question, is this everything? Is there anything else I don't know? As a technician, make sure the labor times are right. The labor time you looked up, does that seem right? Is the thing a rusty bucket of bolts and you're going to need an extra 2 hours? Are you likely to run into anything else? Something likely to break when you take it apart? Does the time even seem right? Question everything. Because if the estimate's not right, the customer's ticked off. If the customer's ticked off, we may not get the next sale. That's a problem. It's a problem we can avoid. It's a problem we can avoid. A pitfall that we can avoid. I know you're busy. I know everybody's busy. You're not the only one in the world that's busy. Just take that 60 seconds because it will pay off. If you take 60 seconds to make sure the estimate's accurate, it's going to save you far more than 60 seconds when it's not accurate and you got to chase the customer down to get their approval for another $500 and then you got to deal with the customer satisfaction ramifications after that. Don't be so busy that you can't ask questions. Don't be so busy that you can't double check. And I got another thought. A lot of shops will pad the estimate to cover the unexpected, which I don't mind. I don't mind it. Because sometimes it's better to overpromise and underdeliver. No, we don't want to do that. We want to overdeliver and underpromise. So we tell them it's $1,600 and we deliver at $1,200. Great. Maybe, sometimes that's better, but here's the challenge. You got to balance your ability to be competitive for any given repair with your wanting to pad the estimate. So to me, we've got to get the most accurate estimate we can and bump the final number a little bit. In other words, padding that final number, and some service management systems allow you to do it within the system. And it's just automatic. It's an automatic, 10, 15, 20% bump. But just bumping to cover all possibilities is not okay. It's not okay because all of a sudden you are more than likely not to be competitive, especially today in 2017, not to be competitive with any given repair. And so you've got to get as accurate as you possibly can with the estimates. Ask the questions, push the technicians, make sure things are as accurate as possible, and then bump it. Because just bumping it is not going to cover enough. And you can lower your bump if you know your estimates are more accurate. And that will make you more competitive and allow you to remain more competitive. So give that some thought. Not collecting the money. I know, this sounds so silly. But you wouldn't believe how much of this goes on. I go into a shop to work with them. One of the first questions I ask is, hey, what are your account receivables like? Some shops go, I don't know, I never looked. Some shops go, you don't want to know. I probably don't. You're in business to make money. I get that as a service advisor, sometimes there's a temptation to let a vehicle go without collecting payment. There's 1,000 reasons for it. I've probably heard 2,000 reasons for it. I get that there's reasons. I get why you made that decision. But here's what I know that it creates. It creates a really awkward situation. First of all, externally with the customer, because now somebody has to chase the money down, and that can get awkward. And then internally, because sometimes the customer goes, I paid cash. I put a pile of cash on the counter. And they said, okay, thank you very much, and I walked away. Now what do you do? Johnny service advisor, Susie service advisor. What the heck? They said they put $800 cash on the counter. Were you kidding me? They never pay cash. I wouldn't have done that. What do you do? Now you can't argue with anybody now. Maybe you can go back, pull video if you know the day it happened. But it gets really, really awkward now. And as a business, it affects our cash flow. And cash flow affects our ability to do business and to grow business and for everybody to make more money. We have to collect the money. We've got to make it easy. If you make it easy to collect the money, then this will never be an issue. It's a pitfall. It can be avoided. The best way to handle that temptation of not collecting the money and letting the car go, ownership management needs to set a policy and it needs to be posted. You post it for the employees, you post it for the customers. Some shops have even had the employees sign off on it, saying, hey, I'm not going to release a car unless I collect the money, or I'm held responsible. Now that was probably a little extreme in some cases, but it happens, it goes on. Look, don't give credit to anybody anymore. Fleet accounts, they may be an exception, because fleet accounts, they're a different animal, entirely different category of business. Fleet accounts, you've got different people coming in and picking up and dropping off, and that's a different animal. So fleet accounts, I'm still okay with putting them on a charge account. It's a bear when it comes to accounts receivable sometimes. But for all those other customers that are not fleet accounts, no more credit. No more charge accounts. There's no need for that. Nobody gives charge accounts anymore. They want a charge account? That's called Citibank. That's called Bank of America. That's called whatever credit card company manages their credit card. It can be Synchrony, right? It can be Card Care One. Let that be the charge account. The car doesn't leave your lot unless payment is received. Period. Now, that's great, except that we got to make it really easy for the customer to pay still. Take a credit card over the phone. Can they pay via your website? Can they pay via PayPal? I wasn't in the mood to argue with a shop recently, and so I chose not to, but when I suggested the website or the PayPal thing, they said, can't. Stop. Just stop. It's 2017 as we record this. We pay for stuff all the time. When's the last time you bought from Amazon? Probably today. You paid for it with your cell phone. You use your cell phone to pay. Apple Pay, Samsung Pay, Android Pay, PayPay. Why can't I pay for auto repair that easily? Seriously? You can't make it that easy for me to pay? So that there is no issue with my saying I paid and I didn't pay and I got my car back, and come on. Figure out how to make it easy for your customers to pay. There's no reason not to in 2017. Just do it. Stop being old fogies. And I know you're not the one in charge of this, so go push the right buttons and make sure that the one who is in charge makes it easy for customers to pay, and then collecting the money goes away. Last one, diagnostic time. Not collecting for diagnostic time costs a ton of money. And look, we could go on for an hour here, and I'll do a diagnostic program at some point, so I'll fill in some of the pieces that aren't in this segment. But I just want you to think about this right now. Not collecting for diagnostic time could be not being willing to collect for all the time because you feel like, it shouldn't have taken them 4 hours, and it did. Could be poor communication. Maybe you, service advisor, didn't get all the information for the customer. Maybe it's a skill set issue. Maybe we roll the time into the R&R estimate and we just didn't collect for all the time. But look, we're in the business to make money. We're in the business. We sell time for money. That's what your business does. It sells time for money. And if I collect 1 hour from a customer and it took Johnny Technician 3 hours to diagnose, there's 2 hours. It's $200, let's say, that we can't collect. And if that goes on 5 days a week, that's $1,000 a week we don't collect. That's $50,000 a year that doesn't get collected. $50,000. One technician. What if you got 4 technicians that goes on for? Well, there's $20,000. Yeah. $20,000, I wish, $200,000. Collect for diagnostic time. You've got to make sure you're collecting for diagnostic time. Have the conversation. Get good at talking to the customer about diagnosis and diagnostic time. Here's how we handle diagnosis here. $89.95 gets you 1 hour of diagnosis. 90% of the time, we get to the bottom of the problem within that 1 hour. If it's going to take us more than an hour, I'm going to call you up and I am going to ask for your permission for another hour of diagnostic time. Some shops also charge 1.5 times their labor rate for that first hour. So they say it's $150 for the first hour of diagnostic time. For every hour after that, it's $100. But they set the expectations up front and they tell the customer, look, you need to buy diagnosis first so that we have an understanding of what we need. And then I'll give you the estimate of what we need to repair the automobile. But for right now, to cover the cost of the technician's time, the technician's training, the thousands of dollars or tens of thousands of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars we have in diagnostic equipment, because we have an hourly rate, we charge diagnostic time. Set the expectations for the technicians. Hey, I sold an hour. You get to an hour and you're not getting anywhere, I need to know. Set an egg timer. Set your cell phone timer for that 1 hour. I don't care what it is. Let me know about it. Talk to the shop, as a shop, about diagnostic time. Have the conversation. Make sure everybody's on the same page regarding diagnostic time and collecting all the diagnostic time. There are pitfalls in the course of doing business every day. A lot of these pitfalls are not only common, but they're easy to overcome. The challenge is they take diligence to overcome. They take paying attention, they take good communication. A lot of what we talked about in this program was about communication, wasn't it? If you establish strong communication practices, both internally and externally, you won't run into some of these pitfalls. Pay attention to the details, spend the extra few seconds to make sure you get it right, and you'll save a ton of time, money, and you can then focus on growing the business. So if there's other pitfalls, other things you want me to talk about, or things you want me to talk more about, shoot me an email, gmarchand@servicesalesacademy.com, or go to the servicesalesacademy.com website. You can get to us there. Let me know what they are. I'll be sure to address it. And until next time, keep up the great work and never stop learning.